everybody. Hi, hello, everybody around the world. Nice to see y'all. As you can see, I'm very happy. This is a very exciting interview today. It's one-on-one. Duos, Retro, and Sleep. Say hey.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, y'all both. Thank you guys for taking your time out to do this interview. So why don't you both introduce yourselves?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, Retro, you go.
I'm Retro Nicotine. I am a 20-year-old emo pop alternative rock alternative hip hop artist. I'm not like necessarily in one, but that's kind of like that's about everything I do is those three. I'm from the Midwest, but I live in Miami. I got like 15,000 monthly listeners on Spotify right now, and one of my songs, just PTSD, just hit 200,000 streams. It's currently at 215,000 now, but it just hit 200,000 recently, and that's my first song to get that big. So that's me.
Yeah, I'm Sleep. Pretty much all the genres he said. I like to experiment a little, so I don't like to be like confined to one thing. From California, West Coast. Hovering around like 9-10K right now. Yeah, Retro, you passed me, bro. So 9-10K on Spotify right now. Our last song Blue is doing pretty solid right now. So
yeah, it's at 5K.
Pretty stoked about that.
Nice. And Retro, congrats on your song. I'm so proud of you for getting 200,000 streams.
Thank you.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's popping off in a lot of places too, not just Spotify, and that's where most of my fan base is coming from, is from that song, because it keeps landing in people's Discover Weeklies like on Spotify, so new people are finding it every day, and it's crazy.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so happy and proud of you guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Now, does that mean the echo? Sleepy, there might be something wrong with your audio. That's me echoing the background.
Oh, it might be. One second. I apologize. Let's see. How was that?
Okay, I see how it's gonna be. Okay.
Let's
just move from that predicament. Let's get on to some action now. The audience is waiting. So, since you guys are adults, I kind of want to know about your history a little bit. I'm sure the audience would love a history lesson. Not unless a lot of them don't pay attention to history anyway, but anyway. I kind of want to know
which part about it? Sorry for cutting you off.
Don't worry. This is not going to be like world history. This is about your history. Get it? Get what I did?
I get you.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Okay, I want to know about your history. Okay, so how did the journey with music start for y'all?
My dad managed rock bands when I was growing up, so I was around, like, I kind of understood how to be a manager from like early on, and then when I was around like 14 or so, I started managing a Twitch stream team. I was managing rappers who, they weren't like adults, they were like 17-year-old 16-year-old rappers, but I was like 14 at the time, helping them gain streams and stuff. And then I eventually went into making music videos from there. And with the music videos, I was doing the directing and scripting. I was having a friend to edit, and I would be shooting sometimes, but I also had a main cinematographer working with me, and we had an entire team together. And that was called 10 Below Music. And then from there, I went on to work with a clothing brand, and then we were doing local concerts, and we were working with the artists from there along with the 10 Below Music. So it was kind of the clothing brand and the music thing were going together, because I co-owned the brand with a friend, and I also technically co-owned 10 Below Music. And we were kind of joining those together and putting on local shows in our hometown. And then from there, I was so deep in the music scene that I decided I had the perfect opportunity to get into making music, because it's something I'd wanted to do, but I really hadn't gotten into. And it was my roommates at the time, because it was right around like December 2019 when I actually like really started thinking about making music and getting into it. And around like a week later, I think I made like my first song. And I don't even remember what it was called, to be honest. I was very drunk whenever I made it. I know that. But
Oof.
that's like my first half of my discography. I was very drunk when I made it. But
Oof.
but yeah, I got from there, and then I started making music. And then because I already had a lot of connects and a lot of following, I knew how to market myself and how to do that. And so I've only been releasing music for like the last a year and 2 months now, and I'm already 15,000 monthly listeners, 200K streams. I know it's not nothing like insane, but for me to start from that small point to here, I think is pretty good.
All right. Yeah, so for me, my history for what got me into music, I grew up like listening to the radio stations as a kid, from my parents in the car. They like the oldies, like, and like the classics like Bee Gees, Michael Jackson. They had some Eagles records. They had some what's the band that does Stairway to Heaven, man? I'm blanking.
Got no idea off the dome.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so all that around the time I was in like
So
first
like 80s
grade.
rock?
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Pretty much around the time I was in first grade. I had two of my half sisters move in from across the state, and they put me onto MTV, and like, boy, that was like the big bang for like my musical experience. I was like, what? I didn't even know it was a thing. My parents controlled the television, so when they came around, like, that was like all new to me. Around high school, starting into like post-hardcore, pop punk, like emo sounds, like all the melodic stuff, like that really was an inspiration. Blink-182, grew up with them. Uh, you know, around like 2017, on like a dare, I was listening to some music with some homies. It was J. Cole, I think. It was like the instrumental for one song, and I was like, I could do a remix to this. And yeah, I did a remix to it that was complete ass. But I was like, wow, man, you know what? I could probably do better. So like maybe like a year later, I started like putting some stuff together. Yeah, putting some songs together, and then like finally started dropping after like like practicing and like trying to see like if I had a feel for it. And then my sound evolved, and I started to stop neglecting like my early influences and started to like really draw into that pop punk emo sound. And that's really like what's been driving like my sound like to this day.
Nice little backstory. And emo, that's a new one. I never heard an artist from the emo genre. That's new.
Yeah.
That pretty much fully describes what we go for with our sound. It's like just emo pop, emo hip hop. That's where we classify ourselves. And the thing with me, I didn't initially start like how Sleep was like start into the pop punk area. I was making like West Coast style rap, like Shoreline Mafia type rap. And then I realized, oh man, I'm white, and then I ended up actually I was listening to like SoundCloud, and I heard a Little Sleep song. Had never met him before in my life, heard a song of his before, but I heard his song and I was like, I want to make music like this.
Yeah.
and then I linked with Little Sleep, and I didn't literally link with him, but I DM'd him and stuff, and we started like working on stuff, and I ended up making a song called Hard Eyed Shoddy, which was fully inspired by Little Sleep. He had a song called what was it called? Jane Doe.
Yeah, it's called Jane Doe.
Yeah,
oh,
Jane
man.
Doe. Yeah, that song's I think deleted now, but like
he deleted it, man. But it hit like 30K in like a month, and I'm kind of upset that he took it
Jane
down.
Doe was a masterpiece. It completely changed that one song, Little Sleep made, changed my perception of like how I was looking at music and the music I was making and the music I wanted to make. And it completely changed from there, and it's been the same ever since. I've been following that same direction, and me and Little Sleep have made more songs together than I can count.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And we also, me and him, right in January, we met for the first time. He flew down here to Miami, and we recorded together.
Yeah, out from California.
Yeah. Oh wow!
Very, very productive weekend. We cranked out like 4 songs in a hotel room, like just nonstop. We were just living in there.
Yeah, I could definitely tell. And by the sound of your voice, emo really fits you, especially retro. Your voice is really
Yeah.
it just fits emo. Like I don't know if you noticed, but like when you closely hear his voices, but actually both of you, it just fits emo. That's what I like about
Mhm.
music is uh
No, I get that.
it
I
I've
really
understand.
heard that before. I've heard that before about me and Sleep before.
Yeah. I've been compared to. I'm sure Retro's got it too, but like I've been compared to like other well-known like emo like styled artists for sure.
I just get called Tom DeLonge because how I pronounce things in songs. Because I'm like, "Where are you?" Yeah, I actually
oh,
really accentuate my words.
Man, that's probably my
mm,
favorite Blink-182 song too. So I wouldn't take that as a diss at all.
Adam's song,
Uh,
gotta be.
yeah, that's fair.
mm. Cool. And I love how your attitude is just like whatever, like you're very chill about things, and that's what makes your music so creative and different.
Mhm.
We like to think so for sure.
Yeah, me and him we're definitely on the same wavelength, like
Yeah.
99% of the time. But we keep it real with each other. If he sends me, by the way, can I like swear? Is that cool?
Probably not.
Okay. If he
Yeah.
sends me something bad, I tell him it's bad.
Yeah. We're very honest with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, I see. That's good. That's good. Yeah, really nice connection. I see.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Nice. All right, let's get into more action. The audience is wanting more. So, what was the trigger point that made you decide to get into music?
Oh man. Hey, Retro, take this one. You gotta start it
Um,
all.
Mine was definitely just my roommates pushing me at the time and a lot of drinking. Because at the time, I'll go into a little bit more detail. At this time, I was living with three roommates and my girlfriend in a one-bedroom apartment, and me and my three roommates, because they slept on the couch, and I slept with my girlfriend in the living room, in the bedroom. Like I had a bed, it was tight. But my homies was out on the couch and they slept out there and they lived out there because they got kicked out their crib and I had to help them, like because they're my friends, they're gonna be homeless and I got a space where they can stay. I'm obviously gonna supply that. And then we ended up all three getting a third shift job at a lawnmower transmission factory. And it was like weird because it was like me and my three best friends, and we'd be driving at like 7 p.m., like an hour out of town to go to this lawnmower transmission factory and build lawnmowers all night and go home and then day drink because we work at a factory in third shift. And then I ended up making music, and that's really how that happened.
Mm.
I
I'm from
feel
like central Illinois, by the way, so that kind of explains lawnmower factory.
that.
Oh.
For me, like I said, I started around like 2017. I think it was like I used to work at Target. Like
I also
the
used to
the
work
the,
at
the
Target.
early morning shift, so like 4 a.m. shift. So I'm just
I
like
was a closer.
stocking shelves, and I was able to listen to music on the sales floor since there's no customers and everything. I think 2017 was a banger year for a lot of mainstream music. So like and also like I started like exploring more into it because I used to like listen to my own stuff that like from high school and stuff like the pop punk stuff. But there was like a good banger album from Two Chains. Like Drake was dropping singles. I was listening to a bunch of Young Thug and Kodak Black. And so when I first started, it was like more traditionally mainstream style like rap, and I like experimented with that for a little bit before like I said, I stopped neglecting my roots of like my musical influences and my tastes. So I started like drawing on more like melodic, like emo stuff. Like Blink 182 would be a good example of like stylization of like vocals and everything. And then from there, I just kind of like experiment and branch off from what I'm comfortable with.
Mm. I see. Nice. All right. I see y'all. Um, What is your big inspiration? What inspired you?
You got that
Inspired
one.
All right, inspirations. It'd really be like the artists that like I grew up with, and even the ones I listen to today. Like every day, pretty much, is like the possibility for me to be inspired. And I don't think there's like one dominating inspiration, but like I can just hear like a certain like flow or like rhyme style or just like a certain like casual delivery or like gritty delivery. Like any I'll like I'll pay respects to any artist that does something a certain way that like really touches on like what I appreciate as an artist. So like anything can inspire me and that may like play into the next song I make like any day. Like it doesn't matter what genre either. I could be listening to Kodak and I hear Calling My Spirit, that can inspire me to do like a certain style. Or I listen to like uh Convoke or something, like get that more emo sound. And then with that underground sound, but like yeah, it's pretty much I don't have like a dominating inspiration, but pretty much anything can inspire me and has the potential to.
Okay, that's new. I never heard that response before. That's very new. Okay, that's different. Usually
For
people like go ahead.
oh no, sorry, you continue.
No, go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
bro, say it.
Honestly, I just
Now, what were you gonna say, Retro? What were you saying?
oh oh my inspiration. My inspirations are like honestly, in my free time, all I really do is listen to music, and I like to read obscure literature, mostly religious stuff. Even though I am an atheist, but I really enjoy reading religious stuff, just because it's just really cool to me. Just religion itself is a really cool subject to me, and I feel a lot of my inspiration for a lot of my like emotion I try to put out comes, I guess, from religious texts to an extent. But then it also comes from people like Dennis Rodman uh, and Mac Miller, Andy
Oh,
Warhol,
Mac was a
Keith
big one.
Haring, uh, Michael Jean Basquiat, uh, stuff like that, artists like that.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, so basically just both physical art and audio, and text, stuff like that. Those cross.
I like that.
Mm. I see, I see. I'm surprised you didn't say Billie Eilish because you sound kind of like her.
Say who?
I'm Billie Eilish. Oh,
Billie
you
Eilish?
probably don't
Nah.
know. You probably don't know who she is.
Oh, no, I know Billie Eilish. I know Billie Eilish. I'm not that big of a fan. I think her sound's just a little too commercial for me.
I mean, she was made to be commercial, but you can't deny Ocean Eyes bangs.
I mean, yeah, but like she was literally made to be a commercial artist, like with her brother
It
being a producer and stuff.
planted, bro.
Touche. Okay. Anyway, let's move from that subject and let's get to something more fun. Okay. Now in an alternate universe, what would happen if you were not a musician? Who would you be?
I dropped out of college.
Me too. Yo, me too.
And when I was in college, I was in it for business management. And my plan was to get my business management degree and start a record label, like with my business degree, because I was also going to try and get into music business as a minor because my college had offered that. Um, and that's what I was gonna do with that. And I was gonna have my own record label and be like my own executive, get my own artist, just basically be a full-time manager. But I ended up dropping out of college because it was very expensive. Because I went to university for my first year because I am an idiot, to say the least. So yeah, I dropped out of there, and then me and my girlfriend broke up, and I moved down to Miami, and that's how that went. So I honestly, if things were different, I would be still in my small hometown in Illinois, uh, being a manager, I guess. Probably not though. I'd probably I don't know, man. Honestly, I've never really been asked. I never really thought about it.
Yeah,
But
it's a good
that's
question.
enough answer. It's a good enough answer. That is a really good question, by the way. But yeah.
For me, out of high school, I actually joined the Navy. Um, I got dropped out of boot camp.
I didn't even know that
because of a medical condition. Yeah, I don't really need to bring it up much. It doesn't play context to most conversations. Medical condition. Went home. Started going back to school. My parents wanted me to do computer science, computer engineering. Didn't pan out, bro. I hated calculus, man. I got an A in pre-calc. I failed every calc class I did, so that jump was not easy for me. Now, dude, I'm straight up a sushi chef. I like this job, but I love music more. So if I wasn't doing music, I would just be a much sadder sushi chef.
Oh yeah, another thing relative to what he said. I am a licensed and certified pharmacy technician in the state of Illinois. Like I can legally work in any pharmacy because it was a weird arc in my life, but I still got that. So that's probably another thing I could have been if I wasn't an artist. Is still a pharmacy technician.
Very interesting choices, I see.
Yeah.
All right. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say I'd make a mean California roll.
You're a cook too? Are you a cook?
Yeah, I'm a sushi chef.
I can see you doing that. I could tell by your profile pic.
I'm the only one at my restaurant with dyed hair, so definitely stand out.
Oh, I see. I think now I see. Excuse me. Oh shit. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. What would be your dream collaboration?
Ooh, that's a good one. All right, Retro, I got some thinking to do. I know that you got some off the top of your head.
Tom DeLonge, number 1. Tom DeLonge. Number 2, Poor Stacy. Number 3, I'm just gonna do the top 3. Number 3, Osquin. Sorry.
All right. For me, no particular order. I've always wanted to do a collab as big as he is. Post Malone. Ever since I started music, I was like, I'd love to work with him. He seems like such a genuine dude in all his interviews and all the non like music videos and stuff. Seems like a cool dude. Convolk, heavily inspired with some of my early stuff. Always wanted to. He inspired probably like most of my first project. Like it was like 6 songs. He inspired at least like 4 of them. Sheesh. That's hard to think of a last one right now. I've been listening to a lot of stuff, so like, man, if I could collab with Kodak, I would do something different. I would go mad experimental with that.
All right, good choices. I see. Kodak's a new one. I have to go check him out too. I have like a long list of artists because every interview I get new artists, so that's just
Kodak Black is a amazing artist.
Bro, he has range. He has range.
What state are you in the United States?
Yeah, I am. I live in Texas. So.
Okay, yeah. Kodak is from down here in South Florida, and like I don't know. Like in Illinois, they treated Chief Keef like God, and down here they treat Kodak like God. But it's like deserved because Kodak is really really good.
I agree.
I would put Kodak as like top 5 rappers of all time, in my opinion. Dare I say it, better than Tupac.
Oh,
that's gonna rub people a sore way.
Hey man,
dear.
Kodak is so good.
I'll be honest, I listened to more Kodak than I've ever listened to Tupac. So
I've listened to a decent amount of Tupac. My mom was a big Tupac fan.
That's fair.
Good to know. All right, and I didn't know your answer for this, so I'm just gonna get myself prepped. Have any of you ever gone through a writer's block?
Oof.
Yeah, just the last 6 months. Like honestly, like the last like 6 months, I've pushed out like maybe like a song a week, like production wise, because I'm really only dropping a song a month right now, and I'm steady gaining off of that. I definitely want to move up to like 2 songs a month, like one every other week. But man, writer's block is very very real.
Yeah, I feel that.
But honestly, whenever Sleep came, like us getting those like 4 songs done in that weekend is the most productive I've been since like my first month of music. Like
Yeah.
just having that creative energy in the same room was really really good for me to be able to bounce off ideas with him, and us to work on our verses together and stuff. And we made
Yeah.
honestly our best music we've ever made while we were in that hotel.
Yeah, and what's invaluable is the feedback we're able to give each other, like like in time, in real time, and in person and everything. But writer's block though, I think I think the second year of me like getting into music, I think it's like between 2018 and 19. I think I worked on, including features and my own music combined, it was like somewhere hovering around like 40 songs in like 2 months. So I burnt myself out, and then I just stopped. I just stopped completely because I was like, I don't know what to write about. Like for like 6 months, I was like cold, barren. There was nothing there, and then gradually, I just learned and I taught myself like I just gotta live life sometimes and like get inspiration from just living my everyday life, and then I'll think of like rhymes and flows like randomly at work. And
Me too.
it'll just come together, and I'll go on break, go on my phone, like make sure I type it down because I've been repeating in my head all day, and then once I get home, get right to work. Even if it's little by little, just gotta like inch it one like a little, yeah, just little by little. That's pretty much it.
All right, all right, all right. All right, nice little responses. Okay. All right, now let's get into something more fun. All right. Sorry, my brain's fried, and I can blame school for that. So my brain's fried.
That's
Most
fair.
of the time when I'm doing these, it's because of school. So,
Mhm.
and it hurts.
Understood.
It hurts. All right. Okay, just taking a breather. My bad. Okay.
No worries, no
All good,
worries.
all good.
Hey, school wasn't for us. So like, my brain was fried every day. I had night classes and all that.
Ooh.
Oh, I was a full-time student too. I was like doing like 14 units, so I understand. Trust me.
The moment I was aware I was going to drop out of college was the one and only spreadsheets class I went to. It was a once a week, 2.5 hour long class that started at 7:30 p.m. on a Monday. And it was all about spreadsheets and Excel documents. And I remember my first time ever in that class, I was like near the end, and I was like, I'm going to drop out. Like I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this for 4 years. Like it was the most boring. Oh my god, it was so bad.
Oh wow. I definitely feel you guys. I definitely feel that. I'm actually taking a class very similar to yours, actually.
It gets rough.
No kidding. But I'm able to deal with it. So anyway, let's just move on from school because it's really hurting my head. Anyway, now I want to know about your plans. See, I've heard a lot about you guys, your little screwed up plans, not going to college, girlfriend broken up. But I want to know your other plans. So, you guys have any new music coming out? Any new
Ooh, I
albums,
got this one.
EPs, anything new coming?
Yeah, I got
Retro,
this
I
one.
know my boy got some
Okay.
music.
Okay, so we had dropped our first collab tape from our first collab single from our tape that's going to be dropping. We dropped that on the 4th of last month, and it was called Blue. It's at 5K right now on Spotify. The second single from that project is dropping this week, actually. It's dropping on the 11th, and it's called Stolen MacBook. And from there, we're going to drop our projects, and we're aiming for about 5 to 6 songs. And we got them all pretty much figured out and lined up and ready. Not all finalized, mixed and mastered, of course, but you know, we got the ideas laid out, and we're getting ready for us to drop it soon.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. For me, on top of me and Retro's collab EP, I have enough unreleased singles for myself, for my own personal music. I think somewhere between like 20, 25 songs. So I was originally going to do a full length album, but now I'm deciding I'm going to split them up into like 2 to 3 like 5-6 song EPs. Just, and then try to organize them so it's like you get more of like a feel for each song back to back instead of just like putting a bunch of different sounds together. So make sure it sounds cohesive in the projects that they're in. And then recently I decided I have a homie that I met through a coworker who's a chill ass dude. Is one of the few artists that I work with in person. Who's also in San Diego with me. We decided, because we have some unreleased songs together now, that we're going to do an EP as well. So I have a collab EP come in the works with him. And then we also had talks. I had a FaceTime call with Retro a few weeks ago that me, him, and Retro are all going to do a collab song together.
Mm.
And
All right.
can I say one last thing?
Go ahead.
As far as my personal projects, I'm going with, because I was like just talking about me and sleep stuff in the beginning. Yeah. I'm dropping a bunch of 3-pack EPs this year with different collabs with different people. 6K Midnight is one. Tato 7400 and Weepings. And Weepings is a pretty well-known artist. And those 3 are confirmed right now that I'm definitely going to be dropping EPs with them this year. But other than that, I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's fair.
All right. I like what I'm hearing. I'm loving these new plans. Love them. All right. So since you guys are emo artists, I decided that we should do something a little fun. Okay. So since this episode came in a 2-pack, which is you two, a 2-pack.
Yes.
And a lot of the world doesn't know who you are. I mean, I didn't even know until I met you, so that just proves a lot of people don't know you yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's keyword.
Yep. And so, I kind of want to ask, I'm sure everybody else want to know, if you guys could do a little duet, kind of like showcase what you guys got.
I think we can probably do like an acapella 8-bar verse from any one of our songs. Retro, you got one for it? You gotta pull it up.
I'm trying to think of what one to do. That would be the best.
I'll get ready. Y'all get ready out there.
All right, let's see.
Sleep, throw out a name.
What's your favorite one from our collabs?
Probably Kinda Crazy.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. Oh man, yeah, the one with the the pink lighter. Brent holes in your. Come on.
Yeah, bro. You do your verse first.
Let's see. This one was these are 8 bars from a song that I collabed with that one homie that's located in San Diego here with me. These ended up being cut from the final finished version of the most recent song we did. So I'll just do that one right now. All right. Something's been missing. I know that I've been so distant. You know how I feel, and I know you feel different. Can't say I don't miss you. I miss all your kissing. Now I'll kiss the bottle and curse my decisions. I race and I ride through the night to tomorrow. I hit the throttle to drown out my sorrows. I hit the blonde in a bump with Apollo. I'm losing my head, so you know Sleepy Hollow. Sounds terrible a cappella, but on beat, bangs. When it's mixed properly, bangs.
And I'm gonna just give you like pretty much the whole verse of my part because this is probably my best verse ever. This song is also unreleased. It's gonna be on our EP, but
Yes,
it's not out right now. And it's my best verse ever in my opinion. But evil day, evil dreams pull me underneath. All the smoke in the screens make it so hard to breathe. Burn holes in my chest just for dopamine. Cause nothing's been the same since I was 15. 2021, so now I got some big dreams. None include you, but they all include green. Yeah, I've been feeling blue, yeah, but I've been feeling me. I can say I miss you, I just miss the codeine. Syrup in my Sprite, I keep my demons on a leash. How I spend my nights, you probably think I need a priest. I can find my vices, but I'd rather feed the beast. Retro Little Sleep and Playboy Gusky. Playboy Gusky is the other guy on the song.
Yeah, he's on this. Shout out Gusky.
Shout out Gusky for real.
Nice job, y'all. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Yeah, but that's called Kinda Crazy, by the way, and it's gonna be out soon.
In a couple months.
Soon.
Now I'm intrigued. Now I'm like wanting more.
I think some of our best songs are like the ones we most recently worked on that are unreleased right now. I could say that from what we've shown each other on FaceTime calls. I think we've been like really improving in ourselves.
Yeah, we've improved insanely over the last year together, mostly because we've been motivating each other and pushing each other a lot for our improvement. That's mostly facts. Pushing me for the music part, and I push him for the business part because that's what I know the most about, and he's more aware of the business part. I personally think he has more talent than I do.
Oh man, please.
I just think I have the business sense.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I can tell y'all I'm improving because I've heard some of your stuff. I didn't get a chance to finish a lot of it because I was like super busy throughout the week, but based on what I heard, you guys are absolutely amazing.
Appreciate it so much. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Here comes the best part. Well, actually, the second best part, which you just did, is the first part. Now the second best is the end credits. See, I'm quoting. You can't see me right now, but I'm quoting. Basically, this is kind of like where you get to do any shout outs, any last words, any advice to kids out there that want to start out in the music game.
I got.
Oh, I like this.
R.I.P. Etika. All right, number one. R.I.P. Etika. Rest in peace. Shout out Xeon. Shout out Midnight. Shout out Nocturne. F Pigs. Vampirium. Shout out everybody from Cyberworld.
Yeah, shout out Cyberworld, man.
Shout out Cyberworld. That was me and Sleep's first collective.
Dude, rest in peace, Cyberworld.
Met in that collective. And one of the guys from that collective, me and Sleep's original collective, he's blown up now. Like, he's huge now. His name's Young Chris. He got
he got TikTok famous, man.
Yeah, he's TikTok famous. Couple songs with 1 million now, and he was in our collective a year ago.
Yeah.
And we're still cool with him. It's crazy. But shout out Tato. Let's see. I think shout out Sile and shout out everybody in Sleeper Cell. Okay, I think that's cool. All right, Sleep. You wanna?
Yeah, I'm gonna repeat it for emphasis. Shout out Sleeper Cell. R.I.P. Cyberworld. Miss you guys. Dev Pigs and Vampirium. Thanks for believing in us. Well. That's what's up.
We're in those collectives.
Yeah, no, and for all the kids, man, like. You may be doing something right now that you think you have to be doing to get through life, to make whoever else proud. But at the end of the day, when you're grown and you're paying bills and stuff, you want to be making yourself proud. So like, just think about it. Like you got options, bro. That's all I got.
I have no advice for kids. I've made some mistakes in my life.
I've made plenty of mistakes, but hey, you live and you learn, bro.
I learned from nothing.
Oh my god. Okay. I feel this is gonna be okay. But good advice. I really like it. In case listen to that, please do. At least Sleepy's advice. I mean, Sleep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I meant Sleep, not Sleepy. My bad.
No.
it's
I go
all
by.
good.
I've gone by Lil Sleep. I've gone by Sleep. I've gone by Sleepy. Sleepy's cool. Sleepy's cool.
I thought it was being mean or something.
No, not at all.
No,
Not
it's
at all.
all good. Yeah, no.
Okay,
That's where the name. That's where the name came from.
Got you. Okay, just wanted to make sure I did not make any mistakes.
No.
Okay. All right, and y'all out there, please make sure you listen to music because this is gonna happen if you don't. See, Retro's a businessman, and he'll figure out a plan to get rid of you. And Sleepy's gonna because of his dark blue because of his hair color, he's gonna probably cry. He's crying right now, as you can see. Can't see it, but he's crying right now. Please listen. See, he's crying, and Bretto's probably having a whiteboard planning out revenge to those who's not listening.
Currently, yeah. It's actually a chalkboard.
See, if you want to avoid that, then you better listen. And add on that, please follow us on social media. All my social media is Robert Podcast. You can find us on Insta, Twitter, Facebook, or you can just Google it, as most people do.
Yeah.
And again, please listen. Oh, he's going to get rid of you, and he's gonna cry about it. You don't want to see grown people kill you and cry. That's depressing, and that's suicidal. You don't want that.
Not at all.
You don't want that. Anyway, besides all that, y'all have a good one, and stay tuned for all the big stuff that's going to be going on. We have lots and lots of more episodes to come, and big stuff's happening, so stay tuned. I'll be sure to get myself updated with all the news related stuff, progress related stuff. You know what I mean.
All right. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Thank you guys for coming, and thank you guys for watching out there. See y'all very soon. Bye, y'all.